Hi, everybody.
Hello there.
I'm Jerry.
And I'm Linda.
We have a trip for you today. We had something else planned, but somebody feels under the weather. So instead of possibly pass on whatever she has to somebody else, we're going to take a ride together and she can pass it on to me. But today we're going to do something that a lot of you have asked about. How big is the villages? We're not going to show you all of the villages today, but we're going to show you a large chunk. We're going to start at the southernmost place we could find. That's the Hummingbird Postal and Recreation. And we're there right now. We're going to leave here. We're going to drive north. We're going to head all the way up to the hospital in Spanish Springs. We're going to do this in real time. We're going to try to go the speed limit. And we're going to show you things along the way. We're not going to show you a lot of individual homes and neighborhoods. We're going to go all the way up Morse Blvd and give you a look at what regular traffic on a regular day would be. You ready?
I'm ready.
We're buckled up. What time is it?
It is
I'm going to say 10:30.
11:15.
That's what I said, 11:15. And it is a Wednesday.
Yes.
Is that right? January 12th.
Mm-hmm.
Give you some kind of guidelines so you can measure the traffic. And we'll see if this snowbird traffic is as bad as everybody says.
Off we go.
In case you're wondering, this Hummingbird Postal and Recreation Center is 8.6 miles from our house. Our house was at one time considered the southernmost part of the villages, that neighborhood. Then they went on to build Fenney and others down here. So we're going to take you from down here all the way up to Spanish Springs. We like bringing you footage from the car because it's so much steadier. There you can see a new house coming up. We're in what is called Hammock at Fenney. This was built right alongside the Gray Fox golf course. Gray Fox and Red Fox were two of the first executive courses down here.
Yeah, we've played them before. I thought they were a little hard.
They are hard courses. There's a lot of trees. A lot of things get in the way of your golf ball there for some reason. There's a concrete truck coming in. Swallowtail Villas. You can see that retaining wall, that privacy wall there to separate the road from the villas. Cuts down the sound, gives them a little more privacy. These are designer homes on the right. Right past this gray one, you can see part of Gray Fox Golf Course. Now, for a long time, everybody from up where we live that would come down here and play, you would rent a cart. I think it would cost only $3 because you could not come down here with a golf cart. It was impossible. It's not impossible anymore. And on the other hand, people from down here that would go up north to play golf would get a free cart at the championship courses. But I don't think that's the case anymore either because now we have
the bridges.
The bridges, the connectivity. This is one of the prettiest areas. Look at all these live oak trees.
This is pretty.
We're very near the Fenney Grill, which is a great place to eat. We could stop in there, but I don't think we will today. We're going to make this trip just like we promised, straight up to Spanish Springs. Oh, that car kind of snuck up on me there. We're coming out of, I guess it's Fenney Way, and we're turning onto Warm Springs. Now this actually is a straight shot. From here we can go all the way to Spanish Springs.
Is that right?
That's right. It's called Warm Springs here, but it's going to turn into Morse Boulevard after we cross 44. Maybe even before we cross 44. Speed limit 45. Like I said, I'm going to try to go the speed limit all the way to give you an idea what the time would be if you had to go up to the hospital. Or maybe you want to go to Kohl's or Target.
That's true.
Or Best Buy.
That's a long way to go shopping. That's what I always want to know. How far is it to the nearest mall?
Yeah, Home Depot's up there too. There's a lot of neat stores. I think there's a BJ's wholesale up there now.
I've not seen that being built, but I would love to see how.
Somebody
that's
said
going.
the Sportsman's Warehouse is open, and that's a place where you can get hunting, fishing, camping gear. I'd like to stop in there
Yeah,
sometime.
absolutely. Yeah, Jerry's into getting into the fishing now.
I'm getting back into fishing a little bit. A very nice gentleman shared his fishing hole with me the other day, and I only caught one fish. It was about a 1.5 pound bass.
Yeah.
But I guess it was enough to get me fired up, so I went and bought a new rod yesterday and got a few lures. Fishing lures are crazy expensive. More on that later. On the left here is Marsh Bend. That's the road just right there on the left. You can't hardly see it. But just beyond that is where you would find the pitch and putt. And Edna's on the Green is over that way. Yeah, I was there looking at fishing lures yesterday, and some of them are $18 each.
Better not lose that one.
Well, it's like golf, you know. I lose 1 or 2 golf balls every time I play.
Yeah.
If you lose 1 or 2 lures,
I think it'd be very expensive.
yes, it would. I guarantee you, I'd be taking my shoes off and wading out as far as I could.
I've seen you catch them in trees before.
Yeah.
In the paper yesterday or day before, it doesn't matter, but they were having an article about the deep sea fishing. There was the president of it, a man taking over, and it sounded amazing, but man, that's a trip. That's an all-day trip, way out.
That roundabout right there was the other end of Fenney Way, so that's a big loop. And again, we're in Marsh Bend. That much-awaited Magnolia Plaza is on the left here. You can't really see it. On the right, we have either Longleaf or Loblolly Golf Course Executive. I can't ever remember which is which.
They have a nice little barbecue place in here called Willie Jewell's. It's really good.
Now, if we were to turn left here, we would be right at the Everglades Rec Center. If we turn right, that's how we would go down to McClure and Linden and Monarch Grove.
And River Bend.
The River Bend Rec Center's down there. And I think, is DeSoto down that way?
Yes. Oh, DeSoto's that way. I think DeSoto's by Fenney.
Okay.
Maybe Duluth.
Where are you, Don Wiley? Don Wiley, we need you to tell us where we are.
We should bring a map with us because there are maps.
I can't drive a car and read a map.
No.
But that's Marsh Bend Trail, cutting across right here. If we turn left, we would head all the way down there to Water Lily Bridge. Would be, what is it, probably 1.5 miles or 2 down that way.
Great softball parks over here, and the RC race tracks are over there.
RC car track. You can ride or operate RC boats in the water there.
Yeah.
It's a good rec center. It's a big one.
This way goes toward the
Right, if we turn right here, we can go to the prison and go all the way out to, I think it's 528, which is, we would turn left if we wanted to go to Orlando, go down the turnpike,
Yeah.
or we would turn right and we could go toward Tampa. But that hill you see straight up ahead, you might see the big traffic going under it. That is a bridge. That was the only bridge and still is the only bridge for cars to get down here. But you could not bring golf carts across. We needed that water lily bridge to do that. And up here you won't be able to see it, but if we looked to the right, about a mile down the road or so, the Bexley Bridge is under construction, or will be very soon, and that will be a way for golf cars, cars like ours here, bicycles, walkers, and everyone can, you could roll down your window when you're doing that. Linda's gonna try to get you a shot. Now here we are at Megason Road. Megason Road goes all the way to Brownwood. If we had turned left right there, it would have taken us right into Brownwood. And we're still going straight. All the way up Morse Boulevard. We're in the city of Wildwood, I guess. People on the right think they live in the villages. The people on the left up here say they live in Wildwood. That's where Continental Country Club is, back that way. There's some condos, and I see some mobile homes, modular homes. On the right here's the church that many people have talked about. Grace Tabernacle. That's the one that does not have golf cart access. And that is for one reason or another, but a lot of people that would like to take their golf cars there cannot do it. Now when we go around this roundabout, we'll be on Morse Boulevard, still heading north. But Morse Boulevard also heads to the east right here. You see that white car up ahead there. That's a thoroughfare or a bypass for the roundabout. So if you don't want to go around the roundabout, you can take the bypass. Well, that one might have just been merging from Megason Road up, or from Morse Boulevard up there. On the right here is Bradford. And we're coming up on Chitty Chatty. I've always liked that name. What about you?
I love it. I had a chitty chatty doll when I was a little girl.
No, you had a Chatty Cathy.
Oh. That's right. How did you know what kind of doll I had?
Well, you must be thinking about Chitty Chatty Boom Boom. You know Dick Van Dyke?
Yeah, maybe.
No, that was Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I had a Chatty Cathy. You pulled the string and she talked.
Village has Grown is over here on the left, I believe, and somebody told me they passed here the other night and it looked like Mission Control. It's all lit up. We're approaching 44, which used to be the southernmost boundary of the villages. Rohan Rec Center will be on the right. Lake Deaton Plaza will be on the right. And if you did turn right here, you would not see much more villages. After about a half a mile, you'd be outside the villages. And they have a big sign there, don't they?
Yeah.
It says, "Welcome to the villages." Are you guys like me when you pull up to a stoplight, you always get in the wrong line? You get in the line that doesn't go fast, and then you want to get in the other line, and you get in the other line, and then the line you were in starts going fast?
It's the same way at the grocery store, Jerry.
It is. It's exactly the same.
Just stay put.
Now, right here, as we cross over 44, it's got a dipsy doodle in the road. You do not want to be flying through there at 45 miles an hour. You'll make some sparks.
Yes.
You don't. Also, when you go over bumps, you're not supposed to have your foot on the brake. You kind of let off the brake and go through gently. We're on Morse Boulevard. Traffic's picking up, huh?
Right.
And like the carpenter said, we've only just begun.
I'll let you sing. I can't sing.
We've gone about 7 miles from the Hummingbird Postal and Rec Station to get where we are. Yeah, this roundabout, if I was going to go into the Lake Deaton Plaza, I'm in the wrong lane. I would have to be in that right lane and slide off right there. Straight ahead there, you can't see it. That's the pond where Linda was traumatized by the alligator.
Yes.
If you don't know that story, it's about 50 or 60 videos in the past. Maybe more.
More. It was a bicycle ride.
Got their convertible out there on a nice day.
It's gorgeous.
I think I'll close this and give a better picture to the viewers inside the... Maybe it will give a better. We're coming up onto Osceola Hills. That is a very nice neighborhood. It's on the right there. That's one entrance. There'll be another one just up the road here. And there's a third section of Osceola Hills. It's called Osceola Hills Soaring Eagle. And there are beautiful homes in there. You can see the multimodal trail over there, the bicycler. Linda would actually like to live in Soaring Eagle. But that lottery ticket last week, we only made $2 on it. So,
can't do it.
No, not going to work.
Not gonna work this time.
Here's the other entrance to Osceola Hills. If I followed this circle on around, I would go into Soaring Eagle. And they have what are called premier homes over there. It's my understanding they're not being built anymore.
That's what I heard.
Burns said Rec Center was on our right. That's one of our favorites. That's where we play bocce. Linda swims with the grandkids there quite a lot.
Yes, there's a stretch class I love to go to.
And we're right alongside Belle Glade. That's a championship golf complex with 3 9-hole layouts. Here it is, the middle of January, and it's still pretty darn green here, don't you think?
It's gorgeous.
Now, you have a few of these deciduous trees. See them up ahead? Those are crepe myrtles. They lose their leaves, but not very many trees lose their leaves down here, do they?
No. No. We had our daughter-in-law and the 5 grandkids here last week because of the snow up north. I bet they hate going back.
Yeah, some of you know the story. They live in Virginia, very near Washington, D.C. They lost power, and it was 15, 18 degrees, and they got 13 inches of snow. So they jumped in the car and came all the way to Florida and spent, almost a week with us?
6 days.
And we had a great time, a really great time. It's a lot of fun to see them. Here's the roundabout now. You always want to be courteous and you don't want to shove out in front of anybody.
That would have been
on straight.
That would have been our turn to go back home through Charlotte.
Yes, if we were going home, that's the way we would have gone.
Yeah, but now we're not.
Nope. Going up Morse. Right now we're between Hillsborough Trail and Pinellas Place.
We're coming up on the nearest fire department to our home. Up here on the right.
Mm-hmm. This golf course we're passing on the right is Volusia, one of our favorite executive courses. It has 1 par 4 and beautiful views. That's
Yes.
probably as nice a view as you can get in the villages down here. Roundabouts have a 20-mile-per-hour limit. There's the fire station, by the way, that Linda was referring to. That's where Fire Captain Ed Kane operates out of. He's a super nice guy. That's station number 44.
There he is, standing out front.
He must have known we were coming by. Hey, do you see the flowers out front there? Those are brand new. They just put those in yesterday.
Yeah, we had orange mums through Christmas.
Yeah, they were pretty.
Thanksgiving.
Now, straight ahead is Sarasota driving range. Did you see it there? I didn't announce it quite soon enough. But that's Sarasota Golf Course and driving range. We took the whole gaggle of grandkids and mom and dad over, and they hit balls the other day.
Can't see.
A little 3-year-old was hitting balls. Good Lord. I think next time we're going to put a rope on him. He kept running out and trying to pick up those balls like Easter eggs while everybody was hitting.
No.
Okay, here's 466A. Remember, people say they want to buy a house between the sixes. They mean on the other side of this, as in right now, between here and 466 up north. That's Colony Cottage on the right. That's a rec center, a big, beautiful rec center. And part of the Havana Golf Course is to the right and left of Morse Boulevard right here. That's Championship. They have 3 courses: Kenya, Kilimanjaro, and Hemingway. A lot of themes in the villages. And there's Havana Country Club on the left. Again, sorry, there's not much of a side view on today's trip. But if you're following on a map, you should be able to hang right in there with us. We're at Odell Circle. We're going to go on around the roundabout, as I said, and we're going to stay on Morse Boulevard, passing the village of Hadley. Hadley's the village that once upon a time had the most spectacular Christmas light displays.
I loved that. That was our first Christmas here, and it was just, your mouth hung open seeing all the lights.
It was nice.
Gorgeous.
The whole community got together and did it up, and they had some issues with storage and thievery and people quitting and moving and etc., so they don't do it anymore. Coming up to another roundabout. Lots of roundabouts. This one's at Bonita Boulevard.
Is that like a pump station?
Yeah, in the middle of some of the roundabouts, they put them to good use, and they'll put a water pumping station in the middle. Now, this neighborhood is on both sides of the road here, much more established. It's probably in the neighborhood of 12 to 15 years old, I'm just guessing. The multimodal trail is not on the right. You see, that's all grass. Over on the left there, you may be able to see it in a little bit. That's where the multimodal pass will take you north on Morse Boulevard. Now on the right, we have another golf course. Now that's a beauty. That's part of the complex at Mallory Hill Country Club. That might be Amelia there.
There is one house up here with 2 stories. Well, 2-story lanai.
Once in a while in the villages, you will see a home with 2 stories. It's not common, but they are there. We looked at a home for sale, and the major reason I did not want to buy that home was there was a 2-story house next door that looked right down into the backyard, the pool area of the home that we were looking at. We've told you before, as we pass the other end of Odell Circle, and the villages of Amelia and Mallory Square, This is Mallory Hill Country Club dead ahead, and they have good food there. We used to eat there on Fridays. They would have fish night.
All you can eat. Now I think it's
I
just
think they stopped that.
stopped. Yeah.
But fried chicken on Saturdays they had, and it was Italian night on Thursday.
Yes.
Good place to eat, a beautiful view.
Oh, they have a little new putting green right in front of the windows where
Well,
you
yeah,
eat now.
they rebuilt all that, didn't
It's
they?
really pretty.
But right now, if you were going to a town square, if you lived in this area, you would want to go to Sumter Landing because we're getting very close to Sumter Landing.
Of course, you can go to all the squares, but this would definitely be the closest.
Yeah, that's one thing. You can visit any town square. In fact, you don't even need to be a village's resident to do that. I read on Nextdoor yesterday some people were complaining that the parking was tough in the squares. It's that time of year.
Yeah.
All right, we're riding alongside the village of Caroline right now. And here's a roundabout. This roundabout is at the one end of Sumter Landing. Stillwater Trail. A major rule when you're using roundabouts, say she turned right from the inside lane, it's okay, but it's not the safest way to do it. But is to not have a car next to you in a roundabout. Work your timing so that you don't have any situations. Now here we're going to take one of those bypasses that I told you about. We're going to stay away from that roundabout. If we did take that roundabout 3/4 of the way around, we'd be in Sumter Landing, right close to those lakeshore cottages that you saw on one of our early videos.
This is pretty right here.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. You see the lake? Lake Sumter. You can take a very inexpensive boat ride there where they'll tell you a bunch of malarkey. They'll make up some stories on that boat ride. On the other side of the lake, on the left, you can't see it right now, is Palmer Legends Golf Course. I think that's the Riley Grove 9. And we're passing the, what is it, Linda?
Oh. Well,
Sunset Point?
Sunset Point, right.
It's where you can take your sweetheart at sunset.
We haven't done that yet.
No, we haven't. Bridge is okay for cars. It's tight for golf carts. Once you pass over that bridge, I kind of consider yourself in Spanish Springs.
Yeah.
We've got one more roundabout, and then we're going to get to a stoplight, and we're going to go straight across because people have been complaining bloody murder about the traffic here. Mission Hills.
There's a little fishing hole.
We went fishing there one time, and we didn't catch a thing. Didn't even get a bite. Okay, which line should I get in, right or left? I'm going to get in the right line. This is light traffic, very light compared to the last time we came through here. This is 466. Everything between there and back where we went through 466A, that's between the sixes. There's a gatehouse. There will be a gate attendant on duty. Because some people that come through won't have the magnetic card to let you in. So the person there in the gatehouse will try to time the entries so that we don't have any situations. And unfortunately, I would say 4 or 5 months ago, a gentleman was killed right up here with his golf cart as he tried to merge out onto Morse Blvd, and he got hit by a car. You see the people will come out and see he's got his hand out the window, or she does. Here's a little beep. I'm not going to roll down my window. I bought one of those gizmos, sorry Gizmo, that goes in the mirror, and it lifts the gate all by itself. That way, if it's snowing, I don't have to stick my arm out in the snow. No, wait, that was Indiana I was thinking about.
Wrong place.
Yeah.
Well, you won't get rained on.
Notice the names of the villages up here. De La Vista. And a lot of them have an east and a west, just like that one. But these villages up here have been here for a good 30 years.
Yeah.
Harold Schwartz used to live up here.
My yoga instructor lives here. She goes all the way down to Bradenton to teach.
Still in De La Vista neighborhood. That must be a big one. But the street names have very Spanish sounding names. Fuentes, Carrera.
Little postal stations have the terracotta tiles on it.
That multimodal lane on each side of the road here. You can see it's a little more hazardous up here. It's kind of tight. Rio Ponderosa, San Marino Drive.
Village of Rio Grande, or Grande.
Mature trees, and as you can see, fewer palm trees and more deciduous trees, and more oak trees. San Antonio Villas. It is said that as you go north in the villages, the temperatures are a little bit colder. So perhaps that's a reason why you see fewer palm trees. We know that the palm trees almost all are brought in and planted. They're not native to the area. Rio Ranchero. San Miguel Villas. I wonder if the Spanish theme was introduced because they wanted to connect that with the Spanish explorers and the Fountain of Youth.
Right.
You know, they've got that beautiful fountain. Hacienda South. That is a nice story and a nice fountain up there in the Spanish Spring Square.
Yeah.
Seeing that three-wheeled motorcycle made me think about a question we get often. Would it be okay to drive a scooter? Yes, it's okay to drive a scooter. Now, scooters would not be the thing to use on the multimodal trail. You could use them in the street. They can be licensed just like a car. Hacienda Hills. And people want to know, what about ATVs? Can we bring our ATV? Well, we've never seen ATVs here. You certainly wouldn't be able to use them as a golf cart on the golf courses. Up ahead, you see the tall building? That's the hospital. That's where we're heading. We're about 33 minutes into our trip from down there. That's with no stops, and we've been going the speed limit in a car.
So that's our nearest hospital.
Well, I'm not sure. The hospital in Leesburg would have probably been about the same distance. Not really sure about that.
Jerry drove this every day for 5 days when I was in the hospital. Back a couple years ago.
Now we're going to exit here. We have to go around the roundabout. We'll do a 270 and we'll get off onto El Camino Real, where we will
Well, this is tricky.
go to the hospital. I'm blocking that car, the golf cart.
Wow. Gotta really watch there.
You shouldn't change lanes in a roundabout, but I did because I need to take you this way. See, that was a dangerous move right there by that guy. And that's the hospital straight ahead.
And our doctor's office is up here, one of the branches.
So there you see, what's it been, about 33 minutes in that neighborhood?
Uh-huh.
Now we're going to take you out here, even though we're at the hospital. We're going to take you out to Highway 441. It's also Highway 27, and show you some of the shopping there.
You missed that. They got a new helicopter for the hospital.
Right, it was on the launch pad right there.
Yeah.
Now this is the exact route we used to come to our doctor. In fact, this is the turn. We turn right here, and he's in this Orlando Health area right here on the left. But we'll go straight because we're going to take you out to a very busy area and show you some of the shopping. Linda, I'm going to leave that up to you. You can call out stores for the ladies in the audience.
Awesome.
Lots and lots and lots of healthcare up here.
There's a Dunkin' Donuts somebody was asking about.
Right, we got that yesterday, didn't we?
Yes.
Dunkin' Donuts. Now that would not be close enough for me to say, hey, I want a Dunkin' Donut.
No, but they got one in Colony
Let's
Plaza
drive
now.
35 minutes.
They
and
got
get
one at Colony Plaza.
No way.
Okay, oh, she showed this traffic.
Right.
Yeah, this is the road I don't want to ride on. This is too much for me.
27 / look, there's BJ's Wholesale Club right across the street. We're not a member of that. We're a member of Sam's, which is about 1 mile up the road here. I'm going to squeeze in here. And now the hospital is on our right. There's- Linda's cardiologist is down the road behind us a little bit. Now, if you wanted to go to the old, the historic bridge that goes over Spanish Springs and over this very road, it's straight up ahead here about a mile. We'll take you under that and you'll get a good look at it. You know, when I was younger, somebody told me, some old fart said, hey, that music's too loud. They said that music will destroy your hearing, and any hearing loss is cumulative. You know, it's not gonna get better, it's gonna get worse. And I realize that now because I'm slowly losing my hearing a little bit. But these cars that pull up and you can feel it. You can feel that bass rattling your car. It's hard to get mad at them because I remember being the same way.
Country Club Hills is on your left.
The Village Country Club Hills.
Where's Orange Walk?
Entering Lake County. Chili's restaurant on the right. See the bridge up ahead? That is a fun ride on the golf cart. I'll stop here.
Orange Blossom Gardens is on your left, and that was one of the first ones.
Classic. Now, if we turned right exactly here, that would take us right into Spanish Springs Town Square.
Yes. And there they have Chico's and Soft Surroundings. They have Kilwin's Chocolate Factory. Oh, it's delicious. They have a legging store there I really like.
Not one bait and tackle store in the square there. But that bridge is cool. Make sure you do that. In fact, when you go over the very crest of it and you head down, you almost feel like throwing your arms up in the air because it feels like a roller coaster.
Oh, you're in the log flume.
I like it.
And there's a Holiday Inn Express right there. If you come here and don't do a lifestyle stay, you can stay at a hotel.
There are multiple ways to get to the town square. You can turn here and go to the town square.
They have a new Haverty's here. There's a Ruby Tuesdays. I think it's still open.
That's the best entrance for the town square right there.
There's I think a City Furniture or a Babette's up here.
Lots of chiropractors and eye doctors and cardiologists and podiatrists. And
Oh, City Furniture.
there's memory care.
Here's your Wendy's and your Applebee's. All the, chains are up here.
Uh-oh. Who's that fellow over there with the white goatee and the black bow tie?
Colonel Sanders.
And you can see there's always construction. This has been under construction since the day we moved in 3 years and 2 months ago.
Of course, over here we have an Outback. We have a, what do we have? Ross, TJ Maxx, Staples, Petco, Southwest Grill, Carrabba's.
Up here on the left is the Home Depot I mentioned earlier.
There's a Michael's here. What's that other little store we went to that decorated our home? Had like some pictures and candles.
Kirkland's?
Kirkland's. That was a nice little store.
So you'd put this little bit of construction with the abundance of traffic lights and coming through here is, just could be easier and quicker.
Yeah, I would allow an hour if you're going from Fenney all the way up here.
Texas Roadhouse is down here on the left. I have to say that's my favorite restaurant, Texas Roadhouse. I love those rolls. Do you guys like those? They give them to you right when you walk in. I love it. And then just down the road and a little bit further is our other go-to place, the Oakwood Smokehouse.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reluctant to say these things because it makes it more crowded.
True. But that's all right.
Yeah, I guess.
We'll share.
I'm going to try to get over here. If this guy will let me. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And thank you very much. And this is where we're going to leave this road because this is our way to go home. We usually go down Rolling Acres.
Now on the right, you go to Kohl's and to Bed Bath & Beyond and to that Best Buy. Stores like that. Honey Baked Ham's in there. We've not been there yet.
We're not going there.
I don't know, ma'am. That was a nice little trip.
Yep, it's a lot of traffic. 17 miles. Took almost 45 minutes. But you can see, that's how you do it. Now that is straight up Morse Boulevard. There are other ways to go. But I think coming up 27 or 441 would be a little more traffic. There's another way up Rolling Acres Drive and on Micro Racetrack Road. That would also
Be another option.
be another option for you. But there you see it. We're all connected now, and you can get from one end to the other. Just takes a little while.
If you liked our video today, please press that like and subscribe button. Until next time.
See you when you get here.